Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another video, and today we are back in PowerWash Simulator. So we've got a new item to look at, which is the Ferris wheel we need to clean over at the Muckingham Recreational Ground. So here we go, so we've got Bruce Strobe. Allow me to introduce Trance Master, the world's first techno Ferris wheel. Going to be powering up with an epic 10,000 watt generator that we had in the garage from the old rave days, and it will sync it up to change tempo with every banging tune. It's going to be mega. When the break beats kick in, it'll go absolutely bananas. I'm not sure you want that with a Ferris wheel particularly. Ferris wheels are known for being quite slow and sedate. Got the oil generator hooked up carefully, so feel free to turn it on if you need a bit of rotation action. We'll hook it up to the rave generator once you're done. Bring it. Okay, will do. Let's get cracking. So it looks like we're about 3/4 of the way through our main set of missions, so let us just get cracking on here with what we can do. Let's get this front pathway here done. But, we are using the highest pressure washer that they've got available in the game at this point in time. I don't know if there's going to be any further development of the game that will bring anything further along. But we've at least got the maximum we can get at the moment, so hopefully this will be the best that we can get, and hopefully this will be able to just cut through without having lots of tedious back and forth waiting for stuff to clear out like we've had with some of the rust and stuff. Have a look at here. But as with all things, we will do as much as we can to get the major stuff done first on camera, and then I may have to pause it and go back and finish off, and then just bring you lot back in right at the last moment when we are down to the last little bits. Okay, see, like this is just cutting everything through really quickly. So we're using the 15-degree nozzle again because that's kind of been my go-to. It just works. There are some DLC missions that I've mentioned in the past we can look at doing, so we'll look at those later on once we've done all the main missions. There's a couple of bonus areas that we can look at, as well as some of that DLC, so we'll look at that as well. I want to be able to say when I've actually completed the series, it's like, right, I've done everything that's currently available for this game. I know there's like challenge missions in regards to trying to get certain stuff done with it, against the clock. I'm not sure if I'd necessarily be doing those, but if I can at least get all the main majority missions done, then people can see what is actually within the content of the game. Okay, good. We've got those to clean up. They look very cool. Candy cane kind of design. Very synonymous with carnivals and barbershops, really. These little barrier parts here are pretty nice and easy. I'm liking the fact that this thing is actually turning, so that's going to really help us out when it comes to getting more and more of the actual main body of this cleaned up, because I get the feeling that otherwise we'll be waiting for, or we'll be having to get up the scaffolding and stuff, and on a Ferris wheel that's going to be difficult to get to all the relevant parts from this side, I think. Hey, one done. Oh, something else cleaned. I think that might be one of the metal gates done. That's good. We just come around the other side and we'll just clean up those other couple of gates, and then we can have all the gates cleaned. I mean, it's 4% at the minute, so not bad inside of just over 5 minutes. Actually run around and grab this. Why have you... or are you shadows? I think you're shadows. Right. Get the back of this done. Done, lovely. Let's talk about. Another one of the poles done. That's done. Lovely, lovely, job done. And that one's done. That's quite forgiving on this one. That's done. Hey, this is just a bloody good power washer, or this level is relatively forgiving on what it's allowing to be classed as enough cleaned. But hell, I am not about to complain. I've had some really buggery ones that have been really difficult to get the last little bit of. So I am not going to complain if the game wants to be nice to me today. As I saw, I was about 3/4 of the way through this. I have actually gone and picked up the other game that I said was a bit like this, which is the spray paint simulator. I know there's been some mixed reviews about it, but I quite enjoyed the demo, other than the colour that Matey was trying to paint his kitchen cabinets and things. But you know, so I thought I'll give that a try as maybe like a replacement for this once this is all finished, or maybe I might do it as concurrent, just a bit of different content for everyone to enjoy. Yep, you got a bit on this side. That's lovely. Railing's done. The outside done around here. I'm liking this power washer so much more than the rest of them. Absolutely just mullering through everything. Like that a lot. Hey, all of that's done. Haven't had to put the extension on yet, which is quite nice. But I'm going to need that when it comes to the actual Ferris wheel itself. Because there's a lot that I've got to clean up. What's this? We've got a little building all to itself. Is this our generator? Well, if this thing's on, I shouldn't really be hosing it down necessarily when it's on. I don't think that's probably going to do the greatest for it. Don't want lots of high pressure water getting into what are some electronics that don't work well with water. And also with the voltage and amperages that we're playing with, I get the feeling that's going to arc a lot quicker than something low voltage. But we'll give it a shot, we'll see what happens. I think I've got the top to do as well, which I may be able to get to from the platform over there. We shall see. Oh, there we go. We've got a dirty grey big power cable coming out to the side that I'm just about to pour water all over the commando socket. Good, good. All this done. Okay, coming along nicely. See if we can get this bottom part done, get all this cleared off, get this side of the dirt cleared off. Oh, got some graffiti, that's just gone straight away. Normally graffiti takes a little, few seconds to get rid of. This thing, just cut through it in no time. But I can see what looks like it's still taking a couple of seconds on the rust spots on this. But I've not put the extension on, and that usually helps. But again, it does also as well cut down the fan of the water pressure. So decisions. Do I go straight for that yet, or do I still enjoy having a slightly wider fan? I'll sit with what I've got for a minute. Works. So that's the centre support. So it's not like there's a separate section for the footing, it's all one big item. That's better in some regards, but also a pain in others. See, these might be where I'm going to need the scaffolding. I haven't even looked if I've got scaffolding for this one, but not going to complain too much at the moment. So far everything is going away in a very nice methodical pattern at the moment. I'm happy with. It's one of those games you do just find yourself almost being mesmerised by, and just ending up being quiet just because you're just enjoying watching what you're doing and listening to the music, the water flowing. There is no music on it because I've muted any music that may have been there. Don't fancy copyright strikes. My channel's not monetized at the moment anyway, so it's not like I'm actually missing out of anything, but you know, over time I don't want to be seen to be someone who's taking copyright without the seriousness it deserves. Got an absolute perler of a track from Asterix Winks. I can't wait to hit you with it. Yeah, please don't hit me with it. I'm sure it's probably going to be. If it's going to be on a techno Ferris wheel, I don't necessarily think that's going to be the most funnest of rides. As I said, Ferris wheel's normally a bit more sedately paced. I'm not sure quite how a techno Ferris wheel will go down, but you know, let me know in your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that a techno Ferris wheel would be cool? I mean, if you had like a Big Dipper or something like that, or some other kind of roller coaster, I could entirely see it, and I'd be fully on board. But part of the fun of the Ferris wheel is, you know, you take you and your beloved or whatever up there, or your, you know, Mr. or Miss right now up there with you, and go and have a nice little canoodle when you get up off the ground and all that, or just enjoy the scenery around you. You know, sometimes it's fun to just see the local town around you from a height you don't normally get to look at. I don't know. What do you think? You tell me. Call me a boring old fart if you like. I don't care. Right, good. That's all done. Okay, good. We've got this part nearly done. Have just this one more side left around here. We can start to work on the interior. I get the feeling these central supports will probably be one of the last bits we get finished, purely because of the fact that they're going to have to be right on the outside, and will probably require some scaffolding. Good old size of feet they are. Always nice to see that they've actually thought about, you know, some stability for the item that's going to be holding this up. You know, you want these to be as stable as possible. Quite a lot of heavy forces being dragged around as this thing moves, so you want the feet to be as wide and stable as possible. What you don't want to have happen is your Ferris wheel start to topple over. That would not be a good day. Okay, I'm guessing there's a back part of that to do up on top. We shall get to shortly. get this done as well. Alright, I think we've done enough now without the extension on, so let's get started with the extension and let's see what we can do about trying to clear some of this, the rest of this off. Should hopefully give us a bit of extra work in regards to getting more of this stuff cleaned. Wrong one. So is this sign? Okay, so that's a separate sign. This one may require a ladder to get this completed. Transmaster. Alright. So it seems like this sign is in two parts. As you see, the jump as we go up to here, and suddenly jumps up. But it does look like the sign is at least in two parts over here. Oh, there you go. Now you can see there's a proper join between them. That's fine. You can work with that. Well, before we get onto that, while we're still reasonable time frame, let's see what we've got up here to deal with. Okay, so mostly got floor, upper part of the stairs. Another post is down. Postie's been done. Right, so this platform is one large component, that's alright. Let's get to the controls. Oh, control buttons cleaned, lovely. Oh, I'm getting beaten up, Ah! Alright, good, so the generator wire's going in, that's done. Good. Let's get our control unit cleaned up. I might have to move back to the stubby side of things. Nope, there we go, all done. Right, so can I get any of this lot done? Well, some of this I can actually get done as it comes round. I wonder if there's a way to increase the speed. Oh, F to switch Ferris wheel off. I don't necessarily want to switch the whole thing off. I'd like to be able to just increase the speed of rotation slightly. Now, one of the things I want to know is, can I ride the damn thing? Looks like I'm going to have to ride these to be able to get to some of the areas in the top here. Alright, let's take that away and we'll go back to the stubby. Let's clear the interior out of all of these. Okay, so we've got the arms of the Ferris wheel over here we can work on. Oh, that's giving us some area around there. Am I near the top? I am near the top! Right. This game has not had any full damage on so far. I've got to try it. Geronimo! Boom. There we go. Sorry, I had to try it. Got caught up a little bit, but hey, at least I know I'm not going to get any kind of full damage if, when I'm trying to do stuff, I completely gnaws it up. Give it a shot. Looks like I've got some fiddly bits of railing to do and some of this. Wait, there we go. Fiddly bit of railing done. Not as bad as I thought. Lovely, lovely. Oh, let's get my head out from underneath those. Don't fancy being completely crushed by this as it stands. Alright, well we can at least get to that part and that part of the main support without too much problem. Right, let me go and clear up this floor so I can have a bit of an idea of where we're up to in regards to the side bits. Because otherwise, when you look out over the main area, all you just see is this kind of like sea of yellow that you just unable. It just distracting with a large amount of floor on there. I'd rather be able to have this area clear and then just see what we've got left on the sides. So let me do that and I will come back to you when I have finished clearing the bottom part of the platform. See you in a mo. Right then, okay, so we are back. I've got all the floor done and I am just, I've put the extra long hose on. I'm just trying to cut through some of the grime on some of the other poles and other bits and pieces around the outside. I've gone back and I've cleared all the railings out. I've also gone back and cleared the signs out and all of their little posts that are around them as well. So they've all been done. So we're doing, alright, we've got 60% covered at the moment. So we've done the generator aside from its roof. I did say we just probably have to come back and look at. So let's quickly get that done. I said I've gone for the extra long hose just to be able to cut through this lot. Just finish off the Jenny and we can then start looking at the pods. Now obviously as that big switch allows us to stop the Ferris wheel, I've decided to try that and I've got one of the pods completely finished. Okay, so I've still got a little bit on the generator. Okay, so I've got a little bit on the metalwork here. have I got that needs a little bit more work on here? That bit on there. Got some little bits around the side here. Done! Right, Jenny's done. Good. So we've done this car as it stands at the moment, or that pod at the moment. Just trying to get some of these standard arms that we have around the side here. And also as well, we do need to get under, get to the bottom of these pods as well. Because of course, like everything, you've got to get to the absolute underneath of it. And as well, with this big star up here on the side, we have to get underneath there as well. So, I'm just quickly cleaning some of these off. There we go, that one's done. And we can also as well, so we're just going to shift the pod round, get our next pod going. And from this height it's good because if we stop it right about there, we'll get the next one that's available. We can get underneath here and clean the underside of the pod. Then we can just come up the front and start working on the front of these. In fact, we can probably clean the underside of that one from back here with the extra long hose. That's good. And we can also get into some of these support arms, start getting them all cleaned up. So yeah, so this is going to be where the grindy bit's going to be, is to really come along, find all these areas where there's a bit of corrosion. You've got these large massive struts to deal with, and that is going to be taking the fiddly bit of the rest of this mission. And from in here, this is pretty much alright. We can just pretty much run this straight round. There is the pod itself, and then we have these pod frame arms that are all to do with, they're all separate items, so these have to be cleaned, and these are all going to be all relating to that joint and up here and the actual arms, the frame arms themselves. But again, these have been relatively forgiving as well, which is good. There we go, you see. So yeah, so that's going to be what I'm going to need to work on and sit and do. So as you can see, most of this is pretty standard fare. You can switch back to the stubby if you prefer for this section. Gets a wider cutting arc for your cleanup. Whichever way works best for you. I've found moving back to the stubby inside the pod just is more easier for getting stuff knocked on the head faster. But play it however you see fit, whichever one of the items works best for you. You haven't quite finished on this pod arm. It's only really when you get much further ahead, but with this one, this is relatively powerful enough that it can almost hit most of this. Other than that little bit over there, getting a lot of this done just with the standard stubby arm. We could probably put the short extension on and start hitting that. Boom, there we go. That perfect. So yeah, probably keeping on the short arm would probably be a good middle ground at this point. We're getting onto some of these areas where you've got to go a little bit higher. I mean, see, it still is bathing that area over there, which is quite nice. But yeah, so what we'll do is I'm gonna, rather than make you all sit and watch me just slowly but surely dig away at all this, I will come back nearer the end when I am up in the upper 90s, because this is going to take a little bit of time. So obviously some of these are fiddly little bits, you've just got to get the arms all cleaned up. Oops, a daisy. Got out there. So yeah, so I'll pop you all on pause and I will see you in a little bit. Alright, see you in a mo. Alright, well we're down to the last 1% or the last few items that are there. And as you can see, this is looking a lot nicer. So there's been a couple of gotchas that have been a bit of a pain to deal with. One of them being one of the parts that we've still got outstanding, which are, I don't know if you can see on the end of these stars, they've got these metal poles here, across there. They are the star support poles, and 4 of them still have got something wrong with them. So we've got the A-frame supports, which are they. These have both got something on them still up near up the top. Let's quickly get rid of those. Check on this side as well. I'm sure there's probably a little bit tucked away in a corner. Aha, so we've got a few bits just out this side. There we go, that one's done, and probably same again on this side. Right. Going out of the way. What have we got left on this one to do? That bit just up there. More from around this side. Oh, it's around the back there. Aha. There we go. Right, so those A-frames are done, and we've got A-frames over the other side. Let's just quickly dive in between those. Again, that's going to be stuff down the back there. Move it off from being the extra long hose. Oh no, that one's done. Check on there. Oh, bit up that side. And you're done. Okay, good. So those are done, and then we've got platform trims and star support poles. So these are these little ones. Right, so that one there needs doing. Go and put that on pause. That's this one, and it's a bit round this side. Let's get rid of that. Done. We just run this round until we get to all 4 of those, and then we get to the platform trims. Oh, next one coming along. And we'll give that a mow. That'll do. I'm guessing it's round the back, I think. Yeah, well, it's just usually I've found I've missed a bit on the back here. Okay, that's done. Next, 2 more to go. And then we just got the platform trims. And the platform trim is the wooden area around where I'm standing. There's that little red piece there. Come on, down you can. Wait for it to. Oh, and there are 2 side by side. So we'll pause that. Have a look. Oh, you've got a bit on this side. Oh, nice. Look at that. Perfecto. And you've got a bit on that side. Done. So we just have the platform trims. So let's take those off, and we'll put the stubby back on. And our platform trim is this area out here. Just run around the outside here. see where this platform trim. Yeah, so we've got a little bit on the woodwork on there. Get this all tidied up. I'm betting it's probably going to be a little bit underneath as well. I bet there's going to be some platforms. There we go, look at that. That's where the problem is. Always underneath. Done. Cool. So just tidy this up and we're all done. Let's see how lovely the old Ferris wheel looks. Although hopefully without all the techno and all the bright lights. Okay, brilliant. Okay, one last little bit to do, which is around this side, and we are all done and dusted and we can get paid. We'll see what we've got left to do in the way of missions. Yeah, this, certainly spending the money on this gun has been absolutely worth it. Bada boom. Right, good. There we go. So, let's go and hit escape and we can watch our time lapse. There we go. So you see how much of a muck it was in to begin with? And there we go. It started slowing it down, clearing the outside. And there we have it. All done. The Ferris wheel is roasting. You're a legend. Just a nick of time too. With a rave generator blown, we've had to stick with the original one, and the classic vibe of the artwork really fits with a slower pace. Techno Ferris wheel was probably a terrible idea anyway, so I'm turning my attention to Cracker's Keith, the world's first techno caterpillar roller coaster. See, that's more in line with the kind of design there. Right. So what have we got next? Oh, we've got a subway platform, and it's offering 2,000. Oh my word, that's gonna be a big old job. But that'll be for the next video. If you've enjoyed that, please do throw any comments or thoughts you have in the comment section below. And if you've enjoyed the video, please do throw a thumbs up. That does help the channel and with the old YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It really does help the channel to be seen to be having some growth. And otherwise, thank you very much indeed for your time joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video. You take care now. Alright, bye bye.